The opinions expressed in the video you are about to see are solely those of BoatTEST.com and its test captain.
Meridian Yachts have a reputation for being heavier than most yachts their size, and I wanted to find out why. So I went to the Meridian factory. Come on along with me and we'll find out what the inner story is. This is the main Salon Insert of the 391 sedan bridge. You can see how it's all one piece and it's all fiberglass. Being that it's fiberglass, they're able to control the sound deadening capabilities. This hatch is where the engine room is, and because it's fiberglass instead of wood, sound reduction is a much easier task. You also won't get the creaking or edges grinding that you may encounter with a wood deck. Now this is the hardtop for the 441 sedan bridge. You can see that everywhere that there is an opening, it's reinforced with a wood core. And look how Meridian has added tracks for the isinglass mounting rods. They're on the inside of the outer edge of the top of the hardtop, and on the outside as we go down to the bottom. So if you have any water from rain or spray, it'll run down and be redirected out and right overboard. No leaking inside from isinglass windows. Here's the main hull of a 441 sedan bridge, and it looks like this one's being set up with a Zeus drive. Most notably, you can see the size of the longitudinal stringers that run fore and aft all the way to the bow, and these are reinforced with specially treated wood to add even more strength to a fiberglass hull section that would normally stand on its own. You can also see how the engines are mounted right to these beefy stringers. And notice these stiffeners, they run all the way to the bow as well, adding strength to the entire structure on both sides of the boat, and will keep the hull from oil canning and flexing in a seaway. Your load-bearing bulkheads are also bonded to the hull and make the structure come together as one huge monocoque unit. That structural concept is seen in separate places in the hull, most notably in the bow where the worst pounding will occur. That's where the hull needs to be and is the strongest. As we come forward past the first structural bulkhead, we come to the first storage area in the deck of the 441 Salon. You can see that there are fuel tanks on both sides, water tanks are right underneath, and forward is the waste holding tank. This is what will be the inside of the main salon of the 441. Now obviously, there's a lot of window glass here, so the question becomes, how do they support the weight of the flying bridge and all the people? And the answer is, with these structural supports that are bonded to the cabin sides. The wiring for each component is done ahead of time, so when the parts are put together, it's all simply state-of-the-art plug and play. Here's a characteristic that you won't see often in boats in this class. It's a full keel, and it's a traditional way of designing a powerboat bottom. It starts at the bow and extends to just ahead of the props. This design adds stability, reduces roll, and gives directional control whether going ahead or backing. Well, there's our look at the inner workings of the Meridian Yachts factory. For BoatTEST.com, I'm Captain Steve. We'll see you on the water.